Well, Brian recently designed some rooms at the Canadian Film Centre, so he gave our cameras a look inside. Take a look.
We're at the Canadian Film Centre in Toronto, and we're preparing for a big gala tonight. What I wanted to show you was the Gluckstein Home Lounge, and all the furniture was donated from Gluckstein Home at the Bay. And I want to show you how we took what is almost like a typical living room and made it into this great multi-purpose lounge, and there's some great ideas for you. We wanted 2 seating areas, and because the room was almost too big for 1 seating area and great for 2, I wanted this openness. So we didn't put a sofa at this end of the room. We wanted a conversation area, and I used 4 chairs with a coffee table. Not only does this give you this great conversation area, but you don't walk into the back of furniture, and I like the fact that this is a good area to sit and have drinks and talk to friends. At this area by the window, we chose to do a large sofa and 2 more chairs with the same coffee table and the end tables. Now, what we've done is we've used the same chairs and tables, and that creates sort of a calm effect to the space. A lot of sparkle from these lamps and accessories, all in the crystals and things like that. Now for lighting, because it's a historic home, we couldn't put pot lights in, so what we chose to do is wall sconces, and the wall sconces and the lamps really light up the space, and they were centered in the old paneling. For art, we used photography and black and white photography. Notice the silver frames that picks up on the furniture. For here, I used 2 images within this panel, and in other areas, actually we overlaid over the paneling, which you can do. I think what it does is creates a calmness and elegance for a very timeless and really well-used space.
Great work at the Canadian Film Centre, Brian. That must have been a fun project for you.
It was a fun project.
Yeah?
We went there, and it was it's a beautiful building, but it needed some work, so we thought we'll donate some things to the Film Centre and make it more beautiful.
Very nice. All right, let's get to a question now. Maybe you can make things beautiful for Bonnie. So Bonnie's saying she's having some problems with her living room. She has issues with the furniture placement.
She definitely does.
Because she says it's kind of long. And it's the openings of the room, so she doesn't know how to...
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Look at the room. She's got her sofa here, and then a chair beside it, so they're lined up, and then this poor person has to sit way in the corner over here.
Yeah, that's the person no one likes. Put them in the corner.
It's bad. It's bad. Everyone should be able to talk without shouting to each other in the living room. So this is really a very common layout, where you've got an entrance from the foyer, you've got an opening to your dining room, and you've got a window facing the front or the back of the house. So really what we want to do is have really as much seating as possible. So we put the longest piece on the long wall. When you walk in, there'd be a great painting, 2 end tables and some lamps, because you don't want all your lighting coming from the ceiling. You want different types of lighting. Yeah. Sconces, lamps, floor lamps, things like that. So at night you can turn off the lights on the ceiling or dim them down and put your table lamps on. Yeah. Then we put a love seat in front of the window, and then a chair pulled in from the corner here so that it's close to all of this, and a big coffee table. And what we showed in the video is if you can't find a coffee table big enough, buy 2 and put them together. Because you don't want someone having to get up and walk to the coffee table to put their drink down. Yeah. You want to be able to reach easily to the coffee table. So I really like oversized coffee tables. And then what we were talking about with Raj is really do a big rug. So this is almost a foot and a half away from the wall all the way around, so all the furniture is sitting on it. Yeah. One is it's acoustically better, especially if you're watching TV, because it's not so echoey, and it just looks cozier. Yeah,
it does. It seems to just tie everything in, right? You feel like you're in this space, and it marks the parameters, and it's a good thing to do. So rugs, huge ones.
Big rugs.
We want to go back now to the Canadian Film Centre with Brian, because you're going to show us now the very elegant office. Yes. Let's watch.
We're in the CEO's office at the Canadian Film Centre, and what I wanted to show you how we use non-traditional furniture for this office. For instance, instead of a traditional desk, we use a dining table, and this is a Art Deco-inspired dining table. And what's great about it is you can have meetings around it and put a lot of chairs at it. And again, instead of office chairs, we use the Deco dining chair, and again, that gives a little softer feel to the space. Now, in front of the fireplace, we wanted sort of more of a lounge space, and I love doing this in houses and libraries and family rooms also. It's a great place to sit. So we did 2 comfy upholstered chairs with an ottoman in the center, so you can reposition them and put your feet up, or just put a tray on them. Now, when you're using chairs like this in front of the fireplace, it's a great idea to have a drink table beside it so you can put your book down or a drink or even a telephone. Now, because of the symmetry of the chairs and the tables, we chose not to have the same lamps, and it's really important to have this type of lighting by the chair. On this side, we use the glass lamp, and on this side, we use a traditional chrome floor lamp. Now, notice the paneling is all painted out. It's painted out in this taupey gray, and we chose this flannel-looking wallpaper. So it gives you this handsome, sort of man-tailored look for this beautiful library and CEO office.